telling you, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what we do on Fridays. It happens every damn Friday like clockwork at precisely 11:59 a.m. Just as this show is going off the air, the White House drops bombshell. So everybody has to wait to talk about it all weekend. So, you know, Chief of Staff PRIESBUS, he's out. Homeland Security head John F. Kelly is in. He's a 4-star general, so maybe he can rein all this stuff in. I mean, that's the hope, I think, yes?
Yeah. I was even starting to question whether the rumors were true about Reince and everyone else, because I thought they're just feeding us more lies to distract us, and then that comes out, and I was like, I don't even know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the infighting and the
Trump likes fighting. He loves he's talking violence all the time. He likes people who fight. He's ticked off at PRIESBUS because he didn't fight with the MOOCH. All that is going on.
It really makes him do like a Fight Club audition. Like,
didn't he have a wrestling match that we saw? I mean, except when it comes to actual fighting, like a war, he has bone spurs. But other than that, he loves a fight.
But it's so chaotic at the White House now, and I wonder if Kelly can really rein everyone in. I mean, anyone that knows folks that are in the military or have served, they tend to be very rules-oriented and kind of rigid.
Right.
But the president is not that person. He's not rules-oriented. And so, don't you think there's going to be this conflict between their personalities?
But also, a general can tell the guys under him what to do. The president is actually above.
That's the problem.
That is the problem.
It's funny, I talked to some Trump supporters over the weekend because there was this theme of saying, you know, can Kelly, rein in the madness? Can he bring order to the chaos? And a lot of Trump supporters said, I don't want him reined in. I elected this guy. I elected this guy to go in there and shake up the system. I don't want business as usual. I like that he's not politically correct.
Well, he's not getting anything done.
Yeah, but they see the impediment being the people who are resistant to the change that he has brought in. And you have to, I do understand the perspective a little bit.
Constitution and stuff?
No, I mean, they feel that, they feel that politics, the people I spoke to feel that politics as usual went on for a really long time and they didn't feel represented. And now you have someone in there that is willing to upset people, and a lot of them feel pretty good about that. And they say, I don't want him reined in. I want him to get out there and be tough.
All he does is cause chaos in the household without cleaning the house.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Nobody's getting anything.
There was a good quote. James Baker, who held this position under two different presidents, offered some advice. You can focus on the chief, or you can focus on the of staff. Those who have focused on the of staff have done pretty well. Yeah. But he's doing this under a president that likes the people that focus on the chief. So I don't know how that's going to work out.
And some people will report directly to the president, like Scaramucci reports directly to the president. I doubt that Ivanka and Jared are going to report to Kelly. They're going to report directly to the president. And so when you have all of these,
report to the warden.
but when when you have all of these lines of communication to the president not being funneled through Kelly, I think that makes him ineffective.
There are no lines to the president. The only line to the president, nobody has a line to the president except people who tweet. That's the only direct line to the president. Yeah, but, you know, the ones that don't are the ones that he's listening to. But, you know, it was also, you talked about MOOCH earlier. You know, it's reported that he and his wife, Mrs. MOOCH, seemed to have split up, and she filed for divorce when she was 9 months pregnant. He said to leave civilians out of this in respect to privacy. But apparently he said some nasty stuff, so are people going to be nice about this? Are they going to give as well as he's given?
Well, she doesn't deserve any kind of bad-mouthing. I mean, the girl's, hasn't she suffered enough being married to this guy?
I think,
leave her alone.
I agree. I think, you know, you never really know what's going on in a marriage, but if it's true that one of the problems was that she did not like his closeness to Trump, his desire to be in the administration, that shows a real rift, perhaps, of just their values, right? Because if you're married to someone and you have different values...
But this seems to be a recent shift for MOOCH. I mean, so this might have come as a bit of a shock, because remember, like 20 minutes ago, he was like, yeah, I don't like the guy, and then
that's true.
5 minutes ago, he was like, this is my best, I love him.
Yeah, I love him.
You know,
she probably felt like,
I wonder
is there this value shift? Like, can I be married to someone who is saying one thing here, and then all of a sudden is like the mouthpiece of the president that he said he didn't like.
The thing is, you never really know what led to the split. And I always tell people when you deal with politicians, for me, when people used to talk about Hillary Clinton and immediately go to her marriage, I would say, you're losing. Now you're losing because that's personal. Make it about her policy. My issues with him are his inconsistency, his political inconsistency, Scaramucci, I mean. And let's see how he leads and his political leadership. His personal life is his business, and I leave that to his ex-wife, his child. There's now a new child brought into the world, and I think that's the best way we can handle both sides of the political aisle.
Something tells me that Scaramucci will be on the junk heap with all the rest of the bodies that are under the bus via Donald Trump.
Well, he's coming out swinging.
His days are numbered too. You'll see. He'll do something because the egos are clashing.
Oh, if he gets too popular.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's possible.
That is possible.
Also, he's going to say something to him that's going to tick him off. Don't forget, Trump is still ticked off at PRIESBUS because PRIESBUS told him to get out of the race after the Access grab him by the you-know-what tape came out. Yeah. And he has never gotten over that, Trump. Never. Something that Scaramucci has said in the past, and we know that he's, as Whoopi just said, he's
said a lot of things. Yeah.
And it'll come out. You'll say, watch. Stay tuned.
Friday, 11:59 a.m.
Well, if it doesn't happen in the next 5 minutes, we'll be right back.